Hi, ladies. I'm Tracy Lynn Doherty. I'm passionate about equipping and encouraging women to live the life that God has called them to live. I don't know about you, but me, well, I mess up, make mistakes. Today I'm going to talk about 3 steps to clean up the mess. When I was young and messed up, I would quickly try and sweep it under the rug, ignore it, hide it. When I do that, try to pretend I didn't mess up, it just gives the mess time to grow, to get, well, messier, grow even to a bigger mess. Or sometimes I would even find myself trying to blame others, make it someone else's fault. It's like saying, I'd be a better Christian if it wasn't for her. Or I would make excuses, basically saying, it's not my fault. The first step in cleaning up my mess, admit to it. Take responsibility, own up to it. The quicker I am to acknowledging my mistake and take ownership of it, the more it reveals my integrity, my strength of character. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 13. Whoever conceals his transgressions will not prosper, but he who confesses and forsakes them will obtain mercy. Which leads me to the second step in cleaning up my mess. Apologize for it. If it's a sin, not a mistake I made, but a sin, then I need to ask God for forgiveness. 1 John chapter 1 verse 9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. If other people are involved, then I need to apologize to them too, without excuses, and ask for their forgiveness. Here's the thing, if you haven't said I'm sorry to someone recently, then most likely you're not paying attention to what you're doing or you're lying to yourself. We're human, we mess up. Romans chapter 3 verse 23. For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. In case you still think that all doesn't include you, 1 John 1:8. If we claim to be without sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. Sometimes our messes aren't sins, they're just mistakes, such as running into someone with your cart at the grocery store. We didn't mean to, it was just an accident. But still, we need to apologize, to say, I'm sorry. The third step in cleaning up our mess, move on. We can't allow our mistakes to paralyze us. God has a plan for us, and it's not for us to stop moving forward. Recently, I made a mistake in ministry. I announced to my husband, Marshall, that's it, I quit. He responded, if you quit, who wins? The Bible is full of people who sinned, messed up, but they didn't allow it to paralyze them, stop them from moving forward. Abraham, Moses, and David, they all made mistakes, some of them pretty significant and included serious consequences. But they confessed their sins and went on to do great things. They chose to believe that God forgave them. They believed God's truth, learned from it, and moved on. Peter is the perfect example of a person who was literally walking with Jesus, messed up, asked for forgiveness, and then moved on to continue to serve God and do great things. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Believe me, I've made lots of messes, but as long as I own up to it, ask for forgiveness, then I can move forward to do what God has called me to do. I know you might be thinking, Tracy, I've made a really big mess, more like a disaster. These are basic steps, but sometimes we need to include others. Seek help in cleaning up our messes. You don't have to clean up your mess alone. If you find yourself stuck, I strongly encourage you to seek godly counsel to help you clean up your mess. So again, here are the 3 basic steps to cleaning up your mess. Number 1, admit to making a mistake. Take responsibility. Number 2, ask for forgiveness from God, and if someone else involved, from them too. And number 3, move on. Trust God's truth that you've been forgiven and move forward to do what He has called you to do. I would love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me when you make a mess, what's your response? How do you keep it from paralyzing you, from moving forward? If you would like to receive more free videos like this one, go to equipandencouragewomen.com/subscribe. If you subscribe, it's free. You'll also receive our 16-minute video, Living Your Priorities. Thank you for sharing your time with me. All my best to you.